Welcome to Creative Pages with Catherine Live. I am here to do sketch number, I always have to check, 4 from the December virtual crop. I'm going to be working with seasonal sightings, but before I start, I want to give you, those of you who are watching on my Facebook group, please go and get yourself approved so that way I can see who's commenting. And it doesn't say Facebook user. So please get that taken care of. If you're on one of my other platforms watching, you don't need to go through that extra step. Facebook is its own thing, as we all know. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over here. And here we go. I have sketch number 4 ready. Get my tape runners out of the way here. And this one I kind of left sort of assembled a little bit because I have a few moving parts and I just wanted to make sure I didn't mess them up. So here is my sketch. If you want a screenshot for the measurements, you can do that now and get those right there. Here we go. This is the right side of my page and this is the left side. Whoops. It's of course nothing stuck down yet, so it's a little bit messy right now. But for the base of this page, I used our Totally Tonal papers, the Seasonal Sightings Totally Tonal, and it's the one, the plaid pack. So I used the more neutral page on the left side that has kind of the gray tone plaid, and I used the red tone plaid on the right side of the page. And that's what we are going to do. And I'm going to go ahead and get this mat stuck on here. I used one of our 4x6 mats to kind of complete this layout. I just thought it needed a little bit of something once I got done doing all the rest of my plotting here, but I actually think I need to, pull these border stickers off first, because across the bottom of this page, they have this, or on the sketch, they have this little border running through and then they have some circles. Well, I decided I am going to do 2 of our border stickers from our border pack. The wood tone one is going to run across the bottom, and this is like a really skinny 1/4 of an inch piece of sticker strip, basically, that's got its wood tone to it. And here's this other one because I wanted to put our Christmas trees on top of it. And then I pulled this green tone that has like red and white little specks in it. It's the one with the Christmas tree on the back of it, but I wanted to kind of keep it a little bit more neutral for our photos. So here comes our first Christmas tree, and you see how cute. Oh my goodness, I've got an extra bit here. Hang on, let me get that off of there. I didn't realize I was going to have extra bits I had to watch out for. Stick that back on the sticker sheet. Okay, there we go. So now we can see how cute it looks going on to the wood base, basically. I kind of don't want the red to show through between the 2 stickers if I can help it. So there we go, getting those lined up. And now let's see if I can get this other one off without getting this extra. Nope, I'm going to have to work with it here going down to get these other extra little pieces that were in between the 2 rows of trees stuck back onto the sticker sheet here. And that's coming off where I cut it. Okay, goodness. Just got all kinds of things going on here. Got one stuck to my finger. Let me get these out of the way. And here we go. Get our second row of trees stuck to the bottom of our page. And this one you don't see quite as much because of the neutral tone of the paper, but I kind of wanted to be consistent going across our page here. And there we go. Yep, I like this camera angle. Okay. So here we are back on our right side. I'm kind of jumping around a little bit. I know I did pull a couple of stickers and I cut a little journal box here. But what I did, I cut, essentially this is all one sheet of paper. Even under here, you can see where I flipped it over to create our base for our journal box. So I cut 5 4x6 mats, 1 4x4 mat, and then that left with that little 2x4 scrap. And I thought, you know what? I don't want to have a scrap. I want to use it up. So that's what I did. And I used that as the base for the journal box. So this one's going to go this way. And the other one's going to go on top of it a little bit, but I'm going to angle it. I'm going to make sure I always put my fingers where I know not to tape, so that way I remember, because then that way we can slide our picture in underneath and it will work out for me nicely later. So this one, we do kind of have a few less on the page than what I normally do, but I just went ahead and followed the sketch a little bit closer this time. You all know I don't always do that, but I just decided, you know, it's okay. Sometimes it's fun to actually follow the sketch a little bit closer. Oh, and I just put my tape on the wrong side. You could tell I'd used my index sheet for that one. So let me grab it out again and do another quick cut. And it happens. It is what it is. 1 inch by 3 1/4 is what this one is. Our white box was 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. So I am just going to take 1 2 3/4, which is the end of our thing. Actually, I want to turn this. Let's see if this is 3 3/4 first. Yep. Okay. So let me just do it from the bottom end here. 1 3/4. Goodness gracious. And I know I don't push hard enough sometimes. So there we go. By 3 3/4. Yep. 3 3/4 is 1 inside on the grid line here. All right, there we go. So we have a replacement, and I almost got used to like not flipping my cardstock, and that's what I get for not flipping it. All right. Yep. Well, this time we definitely know it was a index sheet or the cover sheet from our paper packs. In case you didn't know, yes, that's essentially a free sheet of white paper to use on your layouts. So don't throw those away. Make use of them. We have our little cardinals. I just had this left over from another project, and I think I'd fussy cut it. This actually might have been from the Sketch With Me video on my channel, yeah, because we've got the snowflakes on the back side there. So it's just kind of nice to be able to use up the scraps from time to time. Well, not from time to time, all the time. It's great to use up the scraps because, you know, who wants to have a bunch of scraps lying around and nothing to do with them? Okay, let me move this little birdie out of the way, and I will add these stickers here in just a moment. Figure out where I want to land my 2 cardinals. Okay, on this side of the page, I kind of had it placed, but now I feel like I need to move it down just a little bit. So I think I had these 2 going this way. Okay, let's start here. I don't want to forget which direction I was going to go with it. And so this is coming up from the bottom at a little bit of an angle, kind of mimicking what we did on this other side. So I think I am going to go ahead and do that same pattern. And then this one will kind of maybe come in also following that same angle. I'm going to have it on the page. And then this one will just come in over here. All right. Fingers here again. Make sure I don't get that wrong. Okay. And here we go. So this way we can get a couple of extra pictures on this side of the page, because on this right side, we really don't have a ton of pictures. It's even the sketch only shows 3. And, you know, y'all know that's one of the things I like to do is I like to make sure we get an extra picture on the page if I can. So here's the sketch again, and you can see where I kind of followed it somewhat so on both sides. This one I followed it definitely a little bit more. Our title, I have this little sticker, and then I'm going to add the couple of cardinals just to give it a little bit of more cohesiveness and an extra pop of color. So there we go. I think we will do that coming down. And let me get a couple foam squares for our holiday memories sticker here. Well, actually, I have one large foam square left, so we'll make use of that one. I think it does need a little one as well because we don't want our sides sagging at all. And there we go. Okay. And now let's get our cardinals onto our page. I don't know if I liked this one better up here. I think I do. Whoops, I don't know. That large square just keeps on coming back, doesn't it? I keep thinking I get it into the trash, and then it's stuck to my finger, and I find it on the page again. There we go. I think I got it off this time. All right. There we go. I like it. Okay, so that is our 2-page layout. I did pull our little gems from the embellishment pack as well because I thought it might be fun to add a couple of gems just to the tops of our trees here. And maybe not every single one, but maybe every other here. Oops, that did not go straight. Let me fix that. And these are self-sticking, so it's really nice that you don't have to mess around with tape at all or try to get out your precision point adhesive and get these to stick down because that would just be really hard. Well, that actually worked out nicely, so we'll do that again. Hopefully I have enough. Oh, I do have enough gold. Here we go. There's one there. It's a little bit larger, but that's okay. Skip one, do a red, and we'll skip and do a green. And then we'll finish with another gold here. So there we go, just adding a little bit of extra touch to our page and brightening up our trees a little bit. I will hold them closer to the camera for you all, so that way you can see that a little bit better. It's a little bit hard to tell which color is where. I did gold, red, green, and gold. Let's see if we can get it closer. There you go. Just to see the pattern on the trees and to see how it fits on the page. And it just is bringing in the same color pattern as what we have. The color palette, we have some red from our cardinals. We have the greens from our page. So why not add just that little bit of extra to the page? So thank you so much for joining me again, and I will be back on tomorrow night, hopefully, to get the last 2 sketches done from this December virtual crop. Here's sketch 4 one last time. Until next time.